Dr. Hatsumi is recognized as the world authority on the ninja's collection of fighting tricks, ninjutsu. As the original Oriental assassins, nothing was out of bounds if it got the job done. Survival was top of the ninja's agenda. So when Dr. Hatsumi agreed to reveal some of the secrets of the ninjas, the only thing to expect was the unexpected.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay, so first of all, he's throwing cards at me to distract me, yeah, and so I don't know what I'm doing. I lose my temper, I just go for him. And as soon as I do, he's very relaxed, very soft, starts manipulating me, getting me around, enjoying taking little pokes and digs at me all the time. He's hitting pressure points using his body weight down on my body. He's not actually using any energy, he's very relaxed, but all the time he's getting the locks on, putting me in a lot of pain. He would have gouged my eye, broken my elbow, the wrist, neck, head, teeth, yeah.
Dr. Hatsumi is ninja royalty, the last in a line of ninjas stretching back 500 years. Strangers and nosy parkers can expect a rough reception at his ninjutsu school outside Tokyo. The welcome routine includes that old ninja favorite, avoiding the razor-sharp samurai sword. This 5-foot-long piece of forged mayhem is designed to slice through human flesh, like that machine at the butcher's. Traditionally, once it's been drawn, it must taste blood, or it brings shame on the swordsman. Dr. Hatsumi doesn't look like a man easily shamed. Clearly, it's very silly to expect to evade a large sword. The reality is that Dr. Hatsumi is both testing the visitor's bottle and letting him know who's boss. The guy with the sword, if you're confused. Deception and distraction are the key principles of ninjutsu. While the opponent is busy avoiding the sword, Dr. Hatsumi is busy tying him up with a scabbard. His finishing touch is to kneel on the victim's hand. Very painful, very ninjutsu.
Very scary.
Ninjas, if they didn't exist, you'd have to invent them. And maybe we did. Even in Japan, most people take the exploits of their men in black with a pinch of wasabi. Exactly how authentic ninjas operated is obscured in an historical murk devised by the ninjas themselves. As mercenaries and assassins, they saw misinformation as a tool. What we do know is that the ninjas had few weapons to call their own. They trained to become expert with every weapon they encountered, particularly those of their usual targets, the samurai. And Dr. Hatsumi still teaches the original ninja technique for disarming a samurai swordsman. The trick is to deceive the chap into a premature strike, then get the sword off him by casually crushing his fingers.
He's waiting to the very last moment before he moves out of the way, so the guy can't alter the movement of his stick. This is perfect deception. Instead of moving with the body, he's just moving with the feet. So your feet follow and the body should follow. So we go.
If that was a real sword, you'd be fumbling around in the undergrowth, searching for your head.
It's very difficult, it's very difficult. What I was doing is just making a huge movement out of the way, whereas Dr. Hatsumi's making a really simple movement and just completely relaxing, and he's not getting belted by the cane like I am.
But ninjutsu isn't just about swords and spears. Ninjutsu firearms techniques have made Dr. Hatsumi a favourite with the world's security services. Question is, do you feel lucky? Or do you? Punk?
So here he's using the gun as an extension of his own hand to get leverage over the opponent. But he's using finger locks there. Finger locks are very painful, so he can't actually use the gun. But Dr. Hatsumi gets used to the gun, and he can then use it against anybody else who's there as well. He makes people relax by not putting his finger on the trigger. And if he doesn't put the finger on the trigger, people don't think he's going to shoot. They don't know what he's going to do next. So it's all about that unpredictability element which this art utilises to the max.
だから絶対にこう手で取ってこれで取るとダメね。足で取るってね。
What Dr. Hatsumi says is, if you just take the weapon with your hand, you fail straight away. You give the signal to the guy, and he knows straight away what you're going to do, and chances are he'll pull the trigger. So what Dr. Hatsumi does essentially is move out of the line of the angle of the bullet in the trajectory, and he'll use his foot to distract the guy. Maybe he's thinking about it, and taking the opponent down. And if the guy's fingers are on the trigger, then perhaps putting him into some kind of finger lock to let the weapon off, then the guy's actually committing suicide, and there's no fingerprints on the weapon.